Hey everybody, welcome to today's audio blog. Thank you for visiting the channel. I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you're enjoying it, remember to click the like and subscribe buttons. Today is blog post number 14, which is called Peanut Butter Crisscrosses. It was actually uploaded onto my blog website earlier this morning. So if you want to check out the written word, feel free to do so. You can visit the website by clicking the link that's in the description box. So here we go with blog post number 14, Peanut Butter Crisscrosses. Hey, hello everybody. Welcome to today's blog. Yes, we are back at baking. If you are a returner, do you remember from a few weeks ago that I did a post about baking? Well, more specifically, baking my favorite cookie, the chocolate chip cookie. Well, for those of you who are just joining us, about 3 weeks ago, I did a blog post on chocolate chip cookies and the recipe I use when I make them. I love baking, so I've decided that I can split up all the different things that I like to bake and put them into their own little blog posts. Fair enough, right? So today is going to be about the peanut butter crisscrosses. Now, I realize that not everyone can eat the peanut butter cookies, as there are quite a few people out there who are allergic to peanuts. However, I have a lot of friends and family out there who love peanut butter cookies and Reese's peanut butter cups. But that's beside the point. So today, we'll discuss a little bit about the peanut butter crisscrosses, as they are a family favorite. There is even an interesting story I have to share, but I'll share that a little bit later. To be honest, I have no idea what recipe my family and I use when we make these peanut butter cookies. All I know is that it came out of a small little cookbook type thing, so it's not a family recipe. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever seen the cover of that book in my entire life. So I guess it's no surprise I don't know the name of it. However, I guess over the years we kind of made it a family recipe. Whereas, in the book that we use, in Grandma's handwriting, you can see that there were some adjustments made. Not a lot, but 1 or 2 things were changed. I have no idea why though. It never dawned on me to ask. I just followed the instructions. Lucky for me, I was able to take a picture of the recipe before it was packed up somewhere, but that was a couple of years ago. Anyway, for those peanut butter lovers out there who would like to try the recipe, I can share it with you. It's not a family recipe, as it was found in a book, so I can share it, if you would like to give it a try. First, I will give you a list of the ingredients you'll need, then I'll tell you each of the measurements, then the baking instructions. Sound good? Okay, here we go. The ingredients you'll need: margarine or shortening, granulated sugar, brown sugar, vanilla extract, eggs, peanut butter, flour and a flour sifter, baking soda, and salt. Once you have all of your ingredients, you're ready to start mixing them together. You will need 1 cup of shortening or margarine, 1 cup sugar, 1 cup brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 eggs beaten, 1 cup of peanut butter, 3 cups of the sifted flour, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and a dash of salt. Once you have mixed all of your ingredients, roll the dough into tiny balls and place them on the ungreased baking sheet. For those of you who recall my last cookie blog, I shaped the dough with spoons or a little ice cream scoop looking thing. However, this time I actually use my hands to shape the dough before I place them onto the baking sheets. Once the rolled up dough is on the sheet, take a fork and press the back of it into the dough to make the crisscrosses. Oh, I also forgot to mention to have a small glass of water on the side that you will dip the fork into so that way the dough doesn't stick to the fork. You can also roll the dough out and cut it if you so desire. We've just never done it that way though. Anyway, once the dough is ready, put the dough into the oven that had been preheated to 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 190 degrees Celsius and bake for 10 minutes. If you think it needs to bake a little longer, I usually add 1 or 2 minutes after the original 10 minutes is up. Just like the chocolate chip cookies, I like to say the cookies are done when they have a bit of a golden brown around the edges. Once the cookies are done, take them out of the oven and then put the next batch in the oven if there are any more that need to be baked. Take the finished cookies off of the baking sheet using a spatula and set them on cooling racks that you have set aside somewhere to let them finish cooling. When they have finished cooling, you are free to eat them. Yum! Okay, story time. As I mentioned at the beginning, I had a story to share. My family and I have a tradition around Christmas that the cousins would try and get together at Grandma's house to make a bunch of cookies. But also, we like to snack on them while we're baking. I mean, who doesn't, right? Anyway, there was one year we were making cookies for Christmas, and a couple of the boys volunteered to make the peanut butter crisscrosses. Per Grandma's instructions, she told them to mix a double batch, so they did. However, during the mixing process, some of the dough was spilling over the edges. So they had their hands trying to keep the dough from falling onto the counter. Now, mind you, I was there when it happened, but I didn't see it happen. So my brother or one of my cousins can tell it better. I just heard about what happened. I saw the aftermath of it as I was most likely in the dining room rolling out one of the other cookie doughs that we'd mixed together. You're probably wondering what had happened and why it was spilling over. Well, let me tell you. Remember, Grandma said to make a double batch, which they did. Little did the boys know how much the original single batch would make. So making it a double batch caused it to spill over the edges. Oops. We still laugh about it to this day. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope to see you all again soon. Take care.